Yo, we're back at it with this VR mining and tree chopping code along using Unity 3D. In the last video, we created a custom character rig that utilizes inverse kinematics for the hands, legs, and head, and we also implemented a procedural walk. In this video, we're going to integrate that rig with our XR player so that whenever we move our controllers and our headset, the actual character moves. Now to integrate our XR rig with the farmer's body, we need to use another one of this guy's script. The person who gave us the video, let me bring up his video again, this one, Vellum Tutorials. We'll be using his, let me get Unity back up, his IK target follow VR rig script, which is actually not very complicated script. All it's doing is on every update or whatever it uses, let's open up on every late update, it maps the hands, this the target's transform to the transform of the left controller and the right controller, and the head to the main camera head, but it does it to the child. So let's set up our XR player to where we can actually parent to where we can actually create the points that these hands will attach to. So under left controller, first of all, let's delete these cube hands. We don't need these anymore. Let's not delete them, but let's disable them for now. So we don't need the cube right now. We'll go ahead and create an empty under left controller and call it left hand there's a specific name for this, I forgot. VR left hand control, we'll just call it that, and then we'll create an empty right here and we'll call it VR right hand con for control. Make sure both are zeroed. Perfect. And then we'll do the same thing for the main camera. We'll create an empty VR head control. Okay, make sure all of these are zeroed out. And then finally, we can add our script. So to the farmer body, we want to go ahead and add our IK target follow VR rig script that we got from the other person. Now here we want to open up head, left hand, right hand, and we have to set the IK target and the VR target. So those are the two different things that we created, right? So the left hand, let's do it for the left hand. Where did it go? I'm going to click farmer body and I'm going to lock it in so that this screen doesn't keep going away whenever I change it, whenever I click on something else. But okay, we're going to go ahead and grab the left hand target, left hand IK target, set it to the left hand IK target, the right hand IK target, set it to the right hand IK target, and the head target to the head IK target. Perfect. And then after that, we need to set the VR targets. So we'll go up to the XR player origin character, and then we'll go into the main camera and get the VR head control for the head target, the VR left hand control for the VR left hand target, and the VR right hand control for the VR right hand target. Perfect. One other thing we would have to do, but I'll show you after I press play, is change the head body position. But let me press play first and we'll do an example of this. What is being left null? So did I not set something? Let me just go through and make sure everything is being set. Yeah, the hand target I guess did not get set. So VR, well, let me go ahead and close these leg targets. We have the head target in the right spot and then the left hand target in the right spot, and then we need to take the right hand target and put that in the right hand spot. Okay, perfect. And then the VR targets, right hand into this. Perfect. Now we press play. And now this is working, but if you'll notice, well, it's working enough to where you'll see our hands are where the squares were, or our hands are where the controllers are, if you can see right there. So our hands are being matched to the controllers, which is exactly what we want. And let's go ahead and see that when I move this out, when I move the controller, the hand IK matches. Hand IK is matching, beautiful. But the problem is when I click the main camera, it's actually not where it should be, right? The main camera is here, but the player is way off. His head isn't where it should be. So we need to go to our IK target follow and go to where the head body position offset is, and I believe we match this to let me get rid of this screen. Okay, so unlock that. We match this to this component right here, the Y offset. Let me go back here, and then where's his head body position offset on the Y, we go ahead and put that in, but on a negative. Now let me click on the character, the camera, nope, off, way off. Alright, looks like I'm eyeballing it for now. One thing I want to do then is press play. We're going to go to the XR player, and under camera, under the main camera, go to XR player, and right here where's the offset, we want to match this offset. Well, we'll just make it go a little bit higher. I'll make this go 1.5. Nope, 1.8. So that will make that go up, and now we need to go to our character, go down to our Y. We'll have to lower this Y a little bit. But let's first see where the camera is. Oh, wait. Press play, go back to the XR player, and where's this tracking origin mode? Change it to device. and that won't use the floor but rather your device, because you could make this use the floor too if you want, but I want to have it set up with the device for now. Then my main camera. And right now it's not actually going to offset properly because I don't have my headset in. It's not detecting the Oculus. But anyways, all we have to do is move the head down a little bit for now. Where did it go? Over here. We'll move this down to negative 0.3. Yeah, okay. We'll move that negative 0.3. We need to play with that a little bit to get it perfect, but that's how you'll move the head back and forth and wherever you need it. Next, I want to hide all of the body. So I have the human 0.1. Go ahead and disable that. The eyebrows, the eyelash, basically everything except the part of the suit that should be showing. There we go. Everything is hidden except his torso. Perfect. And then for now, one thing I want to do is go back to this. On the camera offset, I'm going to move it up to where, right where the head is. Then I'm going to copy that 1.58. No, let's go 1.59. I'm going to copy that 1.59 and go to the XR player and put it in the camera Y offset. So now when I press play, the character's still way in the air because now I gotta go down to the armor character, and as you make changes to where, this didn't even set, but then this will have to come down about right here, 1.57. Negative 0.59. That's what we'll do. Negative 0.59. And now when I go into game, I'm gonna go to scene, press play, take me back to game. Now the hands are where the head and the hand should be matched up. Alright. Now I'll show how this looks with the character not disabled, but let me get my headset, and yeah, this should be good for at least being able to get the hands working in VR, and the legs will be moving if you choose to keep them enabled, and the head will be working too. You just have to make sure that your head is big enough to not get blocked, and you know, your character is made in a way where it can be shown with a camera in its head. So if you look straight down, you know, you'll see your legs and all that. I'll show you. You'll see it. Okay, let me get my headset. Alright, I got my VR headset. Let's go ahead and test this. Pressing play in the Oculus now. Let's hope, at least to some degree, this is working. Sweet! Look at that! We have hands, and for the most part, look, when we move our head left and right, our head is basically following. The hands clearly are not rotated in the right way. They are facing forward and not in the right way. So let's fix the hands. Alright, so to get the hand in the right position, what we first have to do is enable these two so that we can actually see where the hands are. So the hands are actually right here in VR, right? And just so that we can see for now, let's move this one out and this one out. And what we want to do is make sure that these objects are perfectly in the center of our hand, but we want to make them smaller so that we can easily detect if it's in the hand or not. So we're going to do 0.3 on all the scales. Okay, and now that that's done, we'll just reset them both. Okay, and then I'm gonna press play, and we have to align it in play mode, so and copy the values and paste them when we're out of play. And so here we'll see that one of them is way off, and that's because the position is offset a little bit. So we'll go ahead and go into the right hand and go ahead and click on the right hand clone. Now the right hand and the left hand, and you see how the position is way up. We're going to go ahead and zero that out. And now everything is zeroed out, as you can see, right? But the positions of the hands are not right. This one is down, but we need it to be upright like this. So let's go ahead and do that for the left hand. That will be 90, and it needs to be. Let's go ahead and try that. Nope, that's what's making it point down. 90, and then this will be 0. Let's try that. No, 0 has it pointing out. And this will be 180. Okay, this will stay 90, and we're gonna make this 90 as well. What? How did that not even affect the rotation? Oh, okay. This is just slightly off, huh? So we want to get the rotation perfectly. No, not in that direction. 0 in this direction. So 90, 90. So now when we hold the controller straight out, it's just slightly, I want it bent a little bit more like this to be a little bit more natural. Because right now, this is perfectly where my thumb is. It is matching my thumb. It's actually matching really nice. Maybe just leave it right here. A little bit more rotation on, I believe, this axis. No. In this axis. Yeah, there we go. Just so it's like, you know, perfectly able to grab. I like that. Yeah, that's feeling nice. So that's going to be the position. 90, 90, negative 16.7. And now that's going to be the rotation. Now for the position. For the position, let's go ahead and I'm going to scene, change, yeah, to keep it local. Go back into game so you guys can see. And now, this is feeling really nice though. I like this a lot. Look at that. I have hands. Anyways. We gotta move the position a little bit just forward. So, nope, not on that. Roll that out. Maybe on the Z. Yeah, on the Z, just like that. There we go. That's a grab. That's feeling very natural. Good. So we'll probably leave it right here for now. I'm just going to maybe move it up a little bit more. Yeah, this is nice. Okay. The wrist is feeling very in place right now. Okay. So that's looking good for this hand. Now we're going to copy these values. Go ahead and do that. Copy. Component. Okay. Now when we leave play mode, we go to this hand and we're going to paste component values. So that will now have our hand perfectly in place. We can go ahead and get rid of this and our hand will be matching our actual hand position pretty well, and our wrist and all that will kind of be matching too as we move it around. That's what we want. Now we gotta do the same thing for the right hand, and maybe I'll speed this up just to save everybody a little headache. Alright, you see this hand is perfect. Okay. Now this hand, not so perfect. Broken hand. I like it. Very, very close. Very, very nice. Alright, so that's the hands. The hands are in. The hands are in, people. That's cool. Next, we need to add the finger gestures and the animations for when the hands are clicked. And also, we need to be able to move through our scenes. For right now, the hands are in. Let me just hide that cube now that we don't need it as a reference of our hand point. Alright. And I would like to show you guys how it looks with the whole body also enabled. And so let's press play and switch back to scene. This is me looking up in the sky so that I can see through the little tiny hole and actually move around on my desktop. But this is how the character looks in 3D. You can see me moving my head back and forth, moving my arms to the side. You see? And yeah, it works. You can see as I move forward and backwards, my character kind of dances around. Yeah, so it's cool stuff. Now we need to set up the hand gestures and then set up the movement of the character, so the continuous movement. I'd like to mention that I created a Discord server so that all of you can talk to me whenever you need. If any of these projects or any of my other projects are interesting to you and you would like my help with something else or just like to discuss and talk about things, please join the Discord server. I'll try my best to be on there, and we'll even host some random talk nights or something. So, hope to see you there. Thanks everybody for watching. So this will be the end of this part, and we'll continue this along in the next one. If you guys enjoyed this video, please comment, like, and subscribe. It would help me out. And also remember to join the Discord if you're interested in having conversations or listening into some of the talk nights. Have a good one. Goodbye.